Hey Callie, welcome back. Oh, great start, eh?
I love you.
I love you too. Yeah, why is it sometimes warmer in the cold? Over the last couple of days, we've obviously, as you all know, we've had real minus temperatures, plus temperatures in the day, minus temperatures at night, and so last night, for instance, -3. Woke up this morning, you know, no thermals sort of thing. It just got too hot in the night.
Oh, and we all had that as well.
Yeah, all
At
of
a certain
us.
time in the night, Mod and I both woke up taking clothes off because we were getting too hot. The dog was all spread out, looking like he was getting too hot.
Yeah.
It turned out the temperature was dropping.
Yes. Yeah, it dropped around 1 o'clock in the morning, didn't it?
Yeah.
And yet the night before was 2 degrees. It was only 2 degrees.
Not minus at all.
No. You know, plus 2 degrees centigrade for those of you that all have a different conversion chart. But we were a lot colder, weren't
Yeah, it was definitely colder that night.
we? Just don't understand that.
We did wonder if it was something to do with maybe moisture, you know, because there is that thing, if there's moisture in the air, it
Yeah.
can make it feel colder. But the strange thing is despite it being a colder night, the tent had no condensation in it at all.
No, nothing at all. It's really super strange though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've recently done our how to stay warm video, or how we stay warm. And yeah, it was just something that dawned on us that we didn't even mention it in that video, that different times of year you get different temperatures and humidities and thin air and dense air.
Yes, crisp air.
Crisp air, yeah. So we found this article, doing some research, just so we're not coming in empty-handed and get some people going, no, but this is this and this is that. New York Times, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I done an article called "We're All Snowflakes."
Yeah. In this article, it says that, you know, larger people, and now I used to be 22.5 stone at one point, you know, they say larger people actually lose, more heat than a skinny person would, apparently. It says something like it's because of they've got more body surface, more body mass surface in which to lose heat from, and what that allows skinny people to do, I guess,
Just get warm off of them.
Yeah. That's why Tara's always scooching up next to me. I'll keep warm with me.
It's like a portable radiator.
All the time, I'm always warm. My condition makes sure that I'm always warm as well, which is a pain in the ass in the summer.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. Like they say about the psychology as well, isn't it? Like it's a certain mindset when you're going outside. You know it's going to be cold, so you almost like get yourself psyched up, ready to go. On that basis, I do believe that it is a psychological game as well.
Professor of physiology that was involved in the article,
Yeah.
I believe he's at the University of Portsmouth.
Nice.
He was saying that there's a classic saying that a man in the cold is not necessarily a cold man. Quite like that saying.
That's a good saying.
Yeah.
I think he hit the nail on the head on that one, personally.
So much as Mod and I have spoken about before, actually, the article does touch upon how those people that are out in the cold all the time, they do seem to have adjusted. So they feel it a lot more minimally than, I suppose, somebody that's not used to being outside all the time, innit?
Yeah, I mean, it's like that guy that said in the How We Stay Warm video, he works in a freezer all the time packing meat.
Yeah, and he's saying that when he leaves the freezer, every day could be a summer's day.
Yeah. It's mad. It is absolutely mad. And you don't really think of it. It doesn't really slip into the normal DNA sense of thinking, does it?
No.
That you've got all of this inherent skills within the body, the human body, as Tara said before. We colonised an entire planet, you know, at all corners of the globe, pretty much, all corners of the globe.
Yeah, the human species is very good at adapting and adjusting, it seems to it.
But yeah, I mean, have a read of the article. It's quite interesting. There's a couple of other links in there, I think, where they've done their research from.
I would like to just put in a little disclaimer here. We're not suggesting anybody goes out and test their limits with the cold. We don't want anybody getting hypothermia and pointing the finger at us as their motivation.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, this is just how we live. You know, it's what we do. It's how we we survive and thrive in our environment. Isn't it?
I guess the reason why we're covering it in this video is because the question comes up all the time about being cold and how to stay warm. And you know, I mean, I don't know how many times we have to say we like the cold, and we're really not that bothered by it.
No,
we're not freezing cold, we're not hypothermic, nothing like that. We do feel the cold, but that's good. You should feel the cold. That's what's making your blood thicken. It's going to keep you tough.
Well, yeah, I mean, someone said that apparently the thicker blood doesn't make you warmer. What the cold does is it restricts the blood vessels, doesn't it?
Yes.
Constricts.
And I can tell you from personal experience that having stayed in a hot country and returning in winter to the UK, I was absolutely freezing. It was so cold. And it wasn't even necessarily a very cold winter to come back to. But I couldn't put on enough clothes.
No. I mean, it is that thing, isn't it? When we've had to stay at Christmas time, we're in and out of the house at family and friends. And we were going back out into our environment, and we were just bloody cold. Yeah. We were cold for a good 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
You know, until we've warmed back up. Sorry. The dog's just come along, and he's gone, do you know what? I'm going to come... You probably heard him doing it.
He wanted to break the ice.
Breaking the ice, walking straight through it. Where are you, numpty?
Here he is.
There he is. Hey, dog. Hello, mate. You're right. Do you like the ice?
Did you like breaking it?
Do you want the ice? Wait. No? You're not going in the ice again? Is it too cold on your feet? No? Is it too cold on your feet? But the thing is, sometimes he doesn't even step in puddles because it's too cold for him.
He don't like getting his paws wet.
No. Yeah, he'll walk through the ice and crunch, crunch, crunch.
Such a princess, really.
But yeah, I mean, as Tara said, you know, and coming back from a hot country into a cold one, coming from a house out into the cold, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it a lot more.
Yeah.
But when you're out in it all the time...
You do adjust.
Yeah, you do adjust. I mean, the article says in there about the indigenous peoples of different places all over the world and how they've adjusted over millennia. The human body's designed to do it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously don't go jumping straight in. Don't come back from a hot country for winter.
Sorry, I got itch. Ooh.
But yeah, obviously don't come back from a hot country during winter. You know, it's not like hunter-gatherers went, it's winter, let's move north. No, stay south, keep yourselves warm and safe. As you'll see from this here, it snows on the inside of the tent too. Blooming freezing, but it wasn't a cool box, was it?
And again, that was one of the mornings. We woke up feeling perfectly fine, didn't really feel the frost or anything, but the tent had turned into cardboard.
Yeah.
You open the door and it's really stiff.
You put your head back on it and you can hear it cracking behind your head. Yeah. It's brilliant. It is awesome.
It makes you feel alive in the morning when you get that moment and you go, oh dear. Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of beat your chest in it like a silverback gorilla.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, obviously there is a few other factors. You know, you've got the prevailing wind and the wind chill factor as well. And typically if the prevailing wind in England is coming from the southeast, something like that, southeast. But then that wind can change direction and start blowing more northerly from a more northerly direction. I mean, at the moment it's westerly. But you're going to get that colder wind chill factor, aren't you?
Yeah.
I guess. But even when it has been like that, we haven't noticed too much difference, have we?
No.
And we're just trying to figure out what this... Is it the humidity that's causing the... I mean, if there's any of you out there that are scientists, we'd really love to know. Is it the humidity that causes the cold? Is it the crisp that causes the cold? Because we keep finding contradicting answers online.
Yeah. You
know, and you keep thinking, well, the humidity is going to pull the moisture away from the body. The dry air is going to keep the moisture in the body and less moisture wicking. Mm-hmm. We can't figure it out. We're nomads, we live outside. We're not blooming scientists and stuff, are we? But it'd be interesting to figure out why that is, and you know, why when those temperatures drop to below sub-zero, that we actually stay warmer.
Yeah.
So we decided that we were going to treat ourselves today and go out for a nice walk in a little nature reserve and that. And do you know what? We've only seen one poo bag, you know, the Moan and Monday videos.
Although it was hung on a fence.
Yeah, it was hung on a fence. But it wasn't flung into a tree or a bush. But it's quite a nice, beautiful nature reserve, really.
Yeah, it's a little housing estate over there, so I'm guessing they get to enjoy
like
the space.
Yeah, it's like a gated community. The dog's trying to water all the plants around here, loving life.
It's letting them know there's a new kid on the block.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you that are out there that might go, oh, he's off the lead, it's okay. We can pretty much see all the way around here. And if a person comes along,
Or
we'll leash
another
him.
dog.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we'll leash him straight away. But he's very good. If I called him back, he comes back. If Tara calls him back, he comes back. He's not too bad. And this is what's really peculiar. We saw when it was only -1 a few days back, all the cars, roofs, stuff like that when we went into town were all frosted up, weren't they?
Yeah, some of them had really nice patterns.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
frost.
really pretty.
Yeah.
But today, -3, and there's no frost on the roofs.
Well, apart from the icy puddle we just walked through.
Oh yeah, apart from
yeah, there just wasn't any frost on the cars at all, was there?
no frost on the cars, no frost on the roofs, and that's strange. So the colder it was, the less frost there was.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Who makes up this weather stuff anyway?
Yeah, meteorologists, shame on you. Oh, I found a good edible for this time of year. Pretty safe as well. Can't confuse it. Well, you can, but you can't. And here we go.
Oh well, I was going to say we've got gorse flower, but then I found that they also apparently are growing bread on it. I mean, that takes foraging to a whole new level, that.
You've got a loaf of bread on a tree.
I mean, they're not exactly the freshest flowers at the moment. They're starting to die back, aren't they?
Yeah.
I do like them.
But they don't blet during the winter. And always, normally, pretty much around all the time, aren't they?
Now, there's some debate on the flavour of this, isn't there?
Yes.
I say cucumber.
I say carrot.
No. And somewhere in between, I think.
Yeah, I mean, our barista guy, he agreed with me, but also agreed with Tara, saying that he could taste a bit of both. But the bit where I find the most flavour, you see, you got the husk there, in that last bit there. That last bit. Yeah, it tastes like the core of a carrot. Only the core of a carrot, not the outer, but the core. And obviously I've still got the rest of the leaf there. Oh. Working with some Sri Lankans a while back, and me and this guy, we were like, oh, what's that smell? We could smell a really, really nice smell, and it was on us. But Tara couldn't smell it, could you?
No.
You know, so there's got to be something in that.
We don't know what that was. I think we did identify at the time, actually. I can't remember now. But it was strange because the men could smell the smell.
Yeah.
But me as a female couldn't smell it.
No.
And I think when we looked into it, we read something about that is a thing.
Yeah, there's some smells that that males smell, and there's some smells that women
can't pick up on.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that could be the difference in our taste difference with the orange, I suppose, cucumber and carrot. They do have a similar.
Yeah, I know, but this has got a sweet taste to me. It's not cucumber to me is bland and watery.
I don't know.
Whereas carrot has got a more full-bodied, like a cheap wine versus a crap wine, a crap wine versus a bad wine, like a crap wine versus a good wine, right?
You get there in the end, though. Yeah, good little edible, that one. We quite like the flowers in salads in the springtime.
Yeah, but they have got the sweetness. But I think maybe in the winter that sweetness draws out somewhat. We would really love to say thanks to all you guys. We'll dot them all over the screen.
Something like that.
It really is appreciated. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really appreciated. Thanks.
And the weird thing is, you'd think a cold beer on a cold day wouldn't be that a great idea, but
It works.
Yeah,
It
the
works.
beer works any time of the day.
Yeah.
Or any day, shall we say. Any time of the day.
No, not any time of the day. So if you are new here and you've just come over from wherever, do have a look at our other videos if you haven't seen already. Typically have a look at our frequently asked questions video. It
Yes.
may clear up quite a few things if you've seen other videos of ours.
Yeah.
It's a good place to start, I think.
Yes.
You
That's
reckon?
exactly why we put that one together.
Yeah.
All
And,
answers are then in the same place, aren't they?
Definitely. And in regards to this video, if any of you know, why it's essentially warmer when it's colder.
Yeah.
If there's any psychologists out there, it's like the no sense, no feeling sort of thing.
Or physiologists.
Physiologists, yeah. Meteorologists, maybe.
Yeah, who
They
knows?
do the weather. Not my biggest fan, are they, babe?
No.
No. But yeah, if
Well,
you
you're
got...
not their biggest fan, shall we say?
No, I'm not their biggest fan. No. Yeah, that thing. But yeah, if you do know, leave a comment. Consider watching the rest of our other videos and bits and bobs.
Oh, and stay tuned because we do have some adventures coming up
Yes.
for 2025.
Yes.
In fact, if you remember, you already know.
You already know. Yep.
But yes, 2025 is going to be exciting for us.
It's going to be a very big year.
Yeah.
But also, it's not so much a big year for us per se, is it?
Well, it kind of is in the sense of now that we're doing the YouTube.
Yeah.
It gives us a little bit more of spice to our life, I guess, because we get to share it with you lot.
Yeah, and it's nice. It is nice enjoying and sharing our journeys with other people, because otherwise we get the comments of, "Oh, you should write a book." Yeah.
Well,
We thought we'd just do it in video format.
yeah.
Look at this.
It's hard work carrying around paper.
Yeah.
I know that from the art.
Yes. Look at this. It's barren, eh? Absolutely barren. But give you a sneak peek. Through over there, there's another woodland on the other side. And that's where we are. We're in there at the moment. It's all good.
But don't worry, we won't be in there for long.
No, not for long. Got a few commitments, but not for long.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So if you are a returning viewer, do consider subscribing. It's free for you to hit that subscribe button, but it helps us immensely.
Yeah. With that, don't forget to like and share around for us. That really helps too. Now you're at the end. It's thank you for our super thanks to you guys.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it also. Anyway,
Happy
happy hopping.